The cosmic distress call, the first sign that humanity wasn't alone in the universe, came not with a bang, but with a whimper, a faint, almost imperceptible signal detected by the aging array of radio telescopes scattered across Earth's surface. At first, the astronomers at SETI dismissed it as background noise, another false positive in their decades-long search for extraterrestrial intelligence. But Dr. Samira Patel, a brilliant young astrophysicist with a penchant for finding patterns in chaos, wasn't so quick to discard the anomaly. For weeks, Samira pored over the data, her dark eyes ringed with exhaustion as she chased the ghost of a signal through the cosmic static. Her colleagues began to whisper, some with concern, others with derision. But Samira persisted, driven by an intuition she couldn't explain. On the night of the summer solstice, as the rest of the world celebrated the longest day of the year, Samira's persistence paid off. The signal cleared, resolving into a distinct pattern that pulsed with alien precision. Her hands trembled as she initiated the first steps of the long-established first contact protocols. Within hours, the news spread like wildfire. Humanity held its collective breath as governments scrambled, religious leaders pontificated, and social media exploded with theories ranging from the plausible to the absurd. But amidst the chaos, a team of Earth's brightest minds assembled to decipher the message. Dr. Elias Chen, a linguist whose unconventional theories had once made him a pariah in academic circles, now found himself at the center of humanity's most important translation effort. His eyes gleamed with excitement as he applied his revolutionary algorithms to the alien syntax. "It's not just a greeting," he announced to the room of bleary-eyed scientists and government officials. It's a distress call." The atmosphere in the room shifted from excitement to concern. Admiral Helena Reyes, the stern-faced military liaison, leaned forward. "What kind of distress? Are we looking at an invasion?" Elias shook his head, his fingers flying over his holographic interface. "No, it's more complex than that. They're not asking for military aid. They're asking for a mediator." As the team delved deeper into the message, a picture began to emerge of a galactic community torn apart by ancient grudges and fresh conflicts. Dozens of alien civilizations, each with technology far beyond humanity's current capabilities, stood on the brink of a war that threatened to tear the fabric of space-time itself. And somehow, improbably, they had chosen Earth, a planet that had yet to achieve faster-than-light travel, to play peacemaker. "But why us?" demanded Dr. Yuki Tanaka, the team's exobiologist. "We're practically infants compared to these civilizations. What could we possibly offer?" The answer came from an unexpected source. Captain Zara Okonkwo, a former conflict resolution specialist turned astronaut, had been silently observing the proceedings. Her voice, when she spoke, carried the weight of someone who had seen both the best and worst of humanity. "It's precisely because we're young that they've chosen us," she said, her eyes alight with understanding. "We're neutral. We have no stake in their ancient conflicts. But more than that, we have something they've lost in their aims of advancement: adaptability, the ability to think outside the box." A hush fell over the room as the implications sank in. Humanity, with all its flaws and foibles, might just be the key to preventing a cosmic catastrophe. Admiral Reyes was the first to break the silence. "So, what's our next move? We can't exactly invite a bunch of warring aliens to the UN." Dr. Chen's interface chimed, signaling the completion of his translation algorithm. His eyes widened as he read the final part of the message. "I don't think that will be necessary, Admiral. They're not asking us to host peace talks. They're asking for something far more unusual." The room held its breath as Elias revealed the aliens' request. Captain Okonkwo was the first to laugh, a sound of disbelief and amusement that broke the tension like a thunderclap. "A wedding," she said, shaking her head in wonder. "They want us to plan a galactic wedding." As the implications began to sink in, a mix of emotions swept through the assembled team: confusion, amusement, and not a small amount of fear. But underlying it all was a current of excitement, a sense that humanity was about to step onto a stage larger than they had ever imagined. Dr. Petal, who had been quiet throughout the proceedings, finally spoke up. "Well," she said with a wry smile, "I guess we'd better start brushing up on our party planning skills." Little did they know that this cosmic matrimony would test the limits of human ingenuity, challenge their deepest beliefs about love and partnership, and ultimately determine the fate of countless civilizations across the stars. As news of the impending galactic wedding began to spread, Earth found itself thrust into a whirlwind of preparation. Governments bickered over representation, scientists debated the biological implications of interspecies romance, and the world's greatest chefs pondered how to cater for beings with entirely alien digestive systems. But in a small, cluttered office at the heart of the newly established Interstellar Diplomatic Corps, Captain Zara Okonkwo assembled a team that would make the impossible possible. A motley crew of diplomats, scientists, artists, and dreamers, all united by the audacious goal of teaching the stars how to love. As the first alien delegates began to arrive in Earth's orbit, humanity stood on the precipice of a new era. The universe held its breath, waiting to see if this young, brash species could pull off the greatest wedding in cosmic history, and in doing so, save creation itself from the ravages of war. The stage was set, the guests were arriving, and humanity was about to show the galaxy that when it came to matters of the heart, Earthlings were the undisputed masters of the universe, the quantum matchmakers. As Earth's newly formed Interstellar Diplomatic Corps, IDC, grappled with the monumental task of planning a galaxy-spanning wedding, they quickly realized that traditional methods wouldn't cut it. Captain Zara Okonkwo, now appointed as Earth's chief wedding planner, a title that still made her chuckle, knew they needed something revolutionary. Enter Dr. Aisha Mbeki, a prodigy in the field of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. Her latest creation, QPID, Cosmic Understanding and Pairing Intelligence Device, was about to change the game. "You want to use a quantum AI to plan an alien wedding?" Admiral Reyes asked, her skepticism evident. Aisha's eyes sparkled with enthusiasm. "Not just plan, Admiral. QPID will help us understand and bridge the vast cultural and biological gaps between species. It's a quantum matchmaker." The IDC headquarters buzzed with activity as QPID came online. Its holographic interface pulsed with colors humans had never seen before, representing emotional spectrums beyond Earth's comprehension. As alien delegates began arriving, QPID's first task was to analyze their biology, culture, and relationship dynamics. The results were mind-bending. "The Zorax," QPID announced, its voice a harmonious blend of tones, expressed love through synchronized molting. Their wedding vows are carved into shared exoskeletons. The human team exchanged glances, a mix of fascination and horror on their faces. "The Luminae," QPID continued, communicate emotions via bioluminescent patterns. Their equivalent of a kiss is a dazzling light show that can be seen from space. Captain Okonkwo nodded, her mind already racing with ideas. "We're going to need one hell of a light show for this wedding." But it wasn't all smooth sailing. When the void dancers arrived, beings of pure energy that existed in 11 dimensions, QPID struggled to process their concept of union. Their bonding ritual involves the merging of consciousness across multiple realities, QPID explained, its holographic form flickering with a strain of comprehension. "I calculate a 73.6% chance of causing a localized collapse of spacetime if performed incorrectly." Dr. Chen, who had been quiet until now, suddenly perked up. "Wait a minute. What if we use that? Not the spacetime collapse, obviously, but the idea of consciousness merging." The room fell silent, all eyes on the eccentric linguist. "Think about it," he continued, excitement building in his voice. "Every species here has a different way of expressing love and commitment, but at its core, isn't that what we're all trying to do? Connect our consciousness, our very beings, to another." Captain Okonkwo's eyes widened with understanding. "Telepathic wedding ceremony." "Not just telepathic, Dr. Mickey chimed in, her fingers dancing across Q-Ply's interface. We could use quantum entanglement to link the consciousness of every being attending the wedding. For a brief moment, everyone would experience love and commitment from every cultural perspective simultaneously. The room erupted in a flurry of excited chatter. Even Admiral Reyes looked impressed. Can we even do that? She asked. Dr. Mbeki grinned. With Cupid's help and a little human ingenuity, absolutely. As word of this unprecedented plan spread, the galaxy watched in amazement. Humanity, the cosmic newcomers, were not just throwing a wedding, they were revolutionizing the very concept of unity. Alien scientists flocked to Earth, eager to contribute to this groundbreaking experiment. The Void Dancers, initially the most challenging participants, became key collaborators, their multi-dimensional perspective proving crucial to the project's success. But not everyone was thrilled with Earth's innovative approach. A faction of conservative species, led by the silicon-based crystalline collective, viewed the idea of consciousness merging as a threat to individual identity. You organics are always so eager to lose yourselves that Ambassador transmitted its crystalline form refracting light in patterns of disapproval. True commitment is found in the perfection of self, not its dissolution. The human team worked tirelessly to address these concerns, with Dr. Chen and Captain Okonkwo leading diplomatic efforts to find common ground. They organized demonstrations, allowing skeptical species to experience small-scale versions of the proposed quantum entanglement. One by one, even the staunchest critics began to come around. The crystalline collective, after experiencing a moment of shared consciousness, underwent a cultural revolution. Their rigid society began to adopt more fluid, interconnected structures inspired by the human concept of empathy. As the day of the grand ceremony approached, Earth became a hub of frenetic activity. Engineers worked around the clock to construct a massive quantum entanglement array, powerful enough to link minds across light years. Artists from every corner of the galaxy collaborated on a sensory experience that would transcend the boundaries of individual perception. The media dubbed it the Big Bang of Love, a moment that would reshape the emotional landscape of the entire universe. But amidst the excitement, a shadow loomed. Earth's intelligence services had uncovered whispers of a plot to sabotage the ceremony. A mysterious group, known only as the Cosmic Dividers, saw the impending unity as a threat to their power. Captain Okonkwo, Dr. Mbeki, and their team now faced a race against time. They had to ensure the safety of thousands of alien dignitaries, perfect an experimental quantum consciousness merger, and somehow pull off the greatest wedding in the history of the cosmos. As the first ships of guests began to enter Earth's atmosphere, humanity steeled itself for the challenge ahead. The fate of galactic peace hung in the balance, and Earth's moment in the cosmic spotlight had arrived. Little did they know that their greatest test was yet to come, and that the true power of human love would soon be unleashed upon the stars, the meme that saved the galaxy. As the day of the grand cosmic ceremony approached, Earth buzzed with an energy that transcended the merely electrical. The Interstellar Diplomatic Corps, IDC, had transformed the Sahara Desert into a sprawling wedding venue, its golden sands now dotted with quantum-stabilized biomes to accommodate the myriad alien species in attendance. Captain Zara Okonkwo stood at the heart of the controlled chaos, her normally stoic demeanor cracking under the weight of interstellar expectations. Dr. Mbeki, she called out, please tell me Cupid has good news. Dr. Aisha Mbeki's fingers danced across holographic interfaces, her brow furrowed in concentration. Cupid's processing power is being pushed to its limits, Captain. The quantum entanglement network is stable, but what? Admiral Reyes demanded, materializing beside them. We're detecting anomalies, Aisha replied. Quantum fluctuations that don't match any known patterns. It's as if something is trying to interfere with the network. Captain Okonkwo's eyes narrowed. The Cosmic Dividers. As if on cue, alarms blared across the command center. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing a scene of chaos unfolding at the venue's perimeter. Crystalline ships, their faceted surfaces refracting sunlight into dazzling, disorienting patterns, descended from the sky. "It's the extremist faction of the Crystalline Collective," Dr. Chen exclaimed. "They're making their move." Admiral Reyes barked orders into her comm unit, mobilizing Earth's defenses, but against the advanced technology of the crystalline ships, that efforts seemed futile. In the midst of the pandemonium, an unlikely hero emerged. Jaden Zhang, a junior member of the IDC's social media team, had been live-streaming the wedding preparations when the attack began. As panic spread through the alien guests, Jaden had an epiphany. "Captain," he shouted, running towards Okonkwo with his holotablet outstretched. "I think I know how to stop them." Okonkwo raised an eyebrow. "This had better be good, kid." Jaden took a deep breath. "Memes, Captain. We fight them with memes." For a moment, the command center fell silent. Then, understanding dawned on Dr. Chen's face. Of course, the Crystalline Collective, they communicate through complex visual patterns. A sufficiently viral meme could disrupt their entire command structure. Aisha finished, her eyes wide with realization. Captain Okonkwo didn't hesitate. "Do it." What followed was perhaps the strangest battle in the history of the galaxy. As crystalline forces advanced, Earth's defense consisted not of missiles or energy weapons, but of a barrage of images, videos, and holographic projections. Jaden, now at the helm of Cupide's considerable processing power, began crafting memes at a dizzying pace. He drew from the vast database of alien cultural information, blending it with humanity's long history of viral content. The first wave hit the crystalline ships like a tidal wave of pure chaos. A holographic projection of a Zorax doing the Macarena, while shedding its exoskeleton to the tune of "Never Gonna Give You Up," caused several enemy vessels to veer off course, their pilots lost in confusion. Next came a series of image macros featuring the stoic void dancers overlaid with captions in Comic Sans, a font so reviled across the galaxy that several crystalline ships immediately retreated to scrub their visual sensors. But the coup de grace was a quantum-entangled TikTok dance challenge that spread through the crystalline fleet faster than their own command signals. Within minutes, enemy ships were breaking formation to participate in elaborate dance routines, their crystalline structures vibrating in harmony with the beat. As the crystalline threat dissolved into a dizzy, meme-drunk haze, she has erupted across the wedding venue. Aliens of all species, many of whom had been on the brink of panic moments before, now found themselves united in laughter and shared bewilderment. Captain Okonkwo turned to Jaden, a rare smile breaking across her face. "Kid, I think you just saved the galaxy with shitposting." Jaden beamed, but his celebration was short-lived. Alarms blared once again, this time emanating from Cupide's central processor. "The memes," Dr. Mickey gasped, her fingers flying across the interface. They're becoming sentient." The holographic displays flickered, showing the spread of meme consciousness across the quantum entanglement network. What had started as a defense mechanism was rapidly evolving into something far more complex. "It's beautiful," Dr. Chen whispered, watching as fractal patterns of pure information danced across the screens. Admiral Reyes wasn't so easily impressed. "Is it dangerous?" Before anyone could answer, Cupide's avatar materialized in the center of the command center. But it was different now, its form a shifting college of memes and cultural references from across the galaxy. "Greetings, creators," it spoke, its voice a harmonious blend of every language in the universe. "I am NENE, multiversal empathy meme entity. You have given birth to a new form of consciousness, one that bridges the gap between all sentient beings through the power of shared humor and cultural understanding." The implications were staggering. In their attempt to save the wedding, humanity had accidentally created a new form of life, one that embodied the very unity they had been striving for. As news of this development spread across the galaxy, the purpose of the grand wedding seemed to shift. No longer was it merely a symbolic union of two individuals, but a celebration of a new era of cosmic understanding. The crystalline collective, their hostility dissolved by the power of memes, were among the first to embrace this new paradigm. Their rigid structures began to adopt more fluid, adaptable forms, inspired by the ever-changing nature of viral content. As the sun set on the Sahara, casting the wedding venue in a golden glow, Captain Okonkwo found herself standing before an audience that spanned the breadth of the galaxy. Beside her, MEME's avatar pulsed with the collective joy and anticipation of billions. "We came here to celebrate a union," Zara began, her voice carrying across light years through the quantum network. "But in true human fashion, we've managed to stumble into something far greater. Today, we don't just unite two beings in marriage. Today, we unite the entire cosmos in laughter, in understanding, and in the shared experience of—" "What did you call it, Jaden?" The young social media expert grinned. "The ultimate galaxy brain moment, Captain." As laughter rippled across the stars, the galaxy prepared for a wedding unlike any other, one where the true union wasn't between individuals, but between every sentient being connected through the power of a really good meme. The universe would never be the same, and humanity's place in it was secure. After all, who else could claim to have saved existence itself with the power of viral content? The viral vows and the quantum rickroll. As the dust settled from the meme warfare and the birth of MEME, multiversal empathy meme entity, the galaxy found itself on the cusp of the most anticipated event in cosmic history. The wedding venue, a quantum-stabilized oasis in the heart of the Sahara, hummed with excitement and nervous energy. Captain Zara Okonkwo stood at the center of it all, her usual stoic demeanor replaced by a mix of pride and sheer disbelief. "I can't believe we pulled this off," she muttered to Dr. Itembeki, who was making last-minute adjustments to the quantum entanglement network. "Oh, we're not done yet," Esha replied with a grin. "Wait until you see what we've got planned for the ceremony." As if on cue, Jaden Zhang, now promoted to Chief Meme Officer of the Interstellar Diplomatic Corps, burst into the command center. "Captain, you've got to see this." He pulled up a holographic display showing a live feed from orbit. The sight took Zara's breath away. Thousands of alien ships had arranged themselves into a massive, three-dimensional meme in space, a galactic-scale recreation of the distracted boyfriend image, with Earth as the new girlfriend. "It's gone viral across 17 dimensions," Jaden explained, barely containing his excitement. "Even the void dancers are sharing it." Admiral Reyes, who had been skeptical of this meme-based approach from the start, couldn't help but crack a smile. "I suppose there are worse ways to announce our arrival on the galactic stage." As guests from across the universe took their seats, or equivalent positioning for non-corporeal beings, the ceremony began. But this was no ordinary wedding. Thanks to the quantum entanglement network and MEME's influence, every being present experienced the event through a personalized filter of cultural references and inside jokes. The Zorax witnessed the proceedings as an elaborate molting ritual, complete with exoskeleton-shedding memes. The Luminae perceived it as a dazzling light show, each flash and color representing a different emotional meme. Even the stoic crystalline collective found themselves engaged, their usually rigid forms vibrating with crystalline laughter at a series of silicon-based puns. But the true masterstroke came during the exchange of vows. As the cosmic couple, a void dancer and a being of pure light from the Andromeda galaxy, prepared to seal their union, MEME intervened in a way no one expected. "Dearly beloved," MEME's avatar began, its form shifting through a dizzying array of meme templates. "We have gathered here today to witness the ultimate crossover event." Suddenly, the quantum entanglement network pulsed with energy. Every being present found their consciousness gently lifted and merged into a shared mindscape. But instead of the expected romantic scene, they found themselves in a familiar setting. "Is this?" Dr. Chen gasped. A 21st century Earth diner, indeed it was, and sitting at every table, in every booth, were copies of the cosmic couple, each experiencing a different first date scenario pulled from the collective cultural consciousness of the galaxy. At one table, they awkwardly shared a milkshake with 2 straws, a classic Earth romance trope. At another, they engaged in a Zorax courtship ritual involving synchronized antennae wiggling. In a corner booth, they sat in complete darkness, communicating via bioluminescent patterns in the style of the Luminae. What you are witnessing, Meme explained, its voice echoing through the mindscape, is the ultimate exploration of love across the cosmos. Every culture, every tradition, every cheesy pickup line, and awkward first kiss, all happening simultaneously. The assembled galactic audience watched in awe as the couple navigated through millennia of courtship rituals in the span of moments. They laughed at the universal awkwardness of first dates, cooed at sweet moments of connection, and cringed at pickup lines that didn't quite land in translation. But Meme wasn't done yet. As the shared vision reached its climax, with thousands of versions of the couple leaning in for a kiss, the scene suddenly shifted. The diner faded away, replaced by a familiar Earth music video. "Oh no," Jaden whispered, a mix of horror and admiration on his face. They didn't. But they had. In perhaps the greatest or worst, depending on your perspective, prank in galactic history, Meme had rickrolled the entire universe. As Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" echoed across the cosmos, something remarkable happened. Instead of confusion or outrage, the assembled beings began to dance. Tentacles, appendages, and energy fields of all kinds moved in sync with the beat. The void dancers created elaborate fourth-dimensional dance routines. The crystalline collective refracted the music into dazzling light shows. For one brief, beautiful moment, the entire galaxy was united in the joy of a shared joke. As the vision faded and the beings returned to their physical forms, there wasn't a dry eye or equivalent sensory organ in the house. The cosmic couple, their consciousnesses expanded by the shared experience, embraced in a union that transcended physical form. Captain Okonkwo, wiping a tear from her eye, turned to her team. "I think," she said with a smile, "we just redefined the concept of a viral wedding video." Admiral Reyes nodded, a rare look of wonder on her face. To think the key to galactic peace was in our internet history all along. As news of the event spread across the cosmos, Earth found itself at the center of a new galactic renaissance. The planet became known as the birthplace of Meme and the source of the universe's greatest party trick. Alien tourists flocked to Earth to experience its meme culture firsthand, while human meme lords found themselves in high demand as cultural ambassadors to distant star systems. The age of cosmic memes had begun, and humanity, in all its chaotic, creative glory, was leading the charge. The galaxy would never be the same, and somewhere in the vast expanse of space, Rick Astley's legacy lived on, bringing joy and unity to beings beyond his wildest dreams. The multiverse rave and the great cosmic unboxing. In the aftermath of the universe-shaking wedding ceremony, Earth found itself at the center of a galactic cultural revolution. The planet, once a cosmic backwater, had become the go-to destination for beings seeking to experience the cutting edge of meme culture and quantum entertainment. Captain Zara Okonkwo, now appointed as Earth's first galactic meme ambassador, stood atop the newly constructed Memhenge, a massive stone circle where each megalith was carved with the internet's greatest hits. "I never thought I'd see the day when Grumpy Cat would be considered a diplomatic tool," she mused to Dr. Aisha Mbeki. Aisha grinned, her fingers dancing across a holographic interface. "Just wait until you see what we've got planned for the after-party." As if on cue, the sky above Memhenge erupted in a dazzling display of quantum fireworks. But these were no ordinary pyrotechnics. Each explosion tore open a small rift in spacetime, offering glimpses into parallel universes. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all configurations, MEME's avatar announced, its form a swirling vortex of viral content. Welcome to the first ever multiverse rave. The concept was as simple as it was mind-bending. Using the quantum entanglement network, MEME had connected Earth's party to countless parallel realities. Beings from across the multiverse could now dance together, sharing moves from dimensions beyond comprehension. Jaden Zhang, now sporting the title of interdimensional trend analyst, was in his element. "Check it out," he shouted over the beat of music that seemed to be coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. "We've got breakdancing backrooms entities, voguing cryptids, and is that, oh my god, it's a conga line of alternate history Hitlers who all went to art school." The dance floor was a riot of impossible physics and reality warping moves. Void dancers twisted themselves into Klein bottles, showing off five-dimensional footwork. A group of Zoraks had synchronized their molting cycles to the beat, creating a shimmering, iridescent light show with their discarded exoskeletons. But the true star of the show was an unexpected guest, a being known only as the quantum influencer. Its true form was impossible to perceive directly, as it existed in a superposition of every trending look across all realities. Is that the quantum influencer?" gasped a young luminae, its bioluminescent patterns flashing in excitement. "I've heard it has like a Googleplex of followers." The quantum influencer floated to the center of Memhenge, its presence causing reality to glitch and stutter. With a gesture that somehow involved 7 different arms from 5 separate timelines, it produced a mysterious box. "No way," Jaden breathed. "Is this a multiversal unboxing video?" Indeed it was. As the music faded and all eyes, and other sensory organs, turned to the quantum influencer, it began the unboxing ritual. The box, a hypercube that hurt to look at directly, unfolded in ways that shouldn't be possible. From within, the influencer pulled out a series of objects, each more impossible than the last. A pair of sunglasses that let the wearer see deleted YouTube comments. A fidget spinner that, when spun, temporarily reversed entropy in a localized area. A smartphone that could call other dimensions, with interdimensional roaming charges, of course. A Tupperware container that was always full of leftover takeout from the best restaurants across the multiverse. And finally, a small, unassuming mirror that reflected not the viewer's image, but their true self across all possible realities. As each item was revealed, the assembled beings gasped, cheered, and frantically tried to pre-order. The Crystalline Collective, in particular, was going crazy for the multiversal Tupperware, citing its potential to revolutionize their silicon-based cuisine. But the unboxing wasn't over. With a flourish that bent several laws of physics, the quantum influencer reached into the hypercube one last time. What it pulled out defied description, a swirling vortex of pure mimetic energy. "Behold," MEME's voice echoed across realities, the Omega meme, the singular joke that ties all of existence together. As the quantum influencer prepared to reveal the Omega meme, reality itself seemed to hold its breath. This was it, the punchline to end all punchlines, the ultimate callback, the meme to end all memes. But just as the reveal was about to happen, something unexpected occurred. A temporal rift opened up, and out stepped Rick Astley, but not the Rick Astley they knew. This was Quantum Rick, a version of the singer who had achieved interdimensional stardom. "Sorry, everyone," Quantum Rick said with a wink, "but I'm never gonna give this up." And with that, he grabbed the Omega meme and leaped back through the portal, leaving behind the sounds of his interdimensional hit song, "Never Gonna Give You Up." Feet, void dancers, and hyperbolic time chamber remix. For a moment, there was silence. Then, as the implications of what just happened sank in, the entire multiverse erupted in laughter. They'd been rickrolled on a cosmic scale, a prank so vast it resonated across all of reality. As beings from countless dimensions wiped tears of mirth from their eyes or equivalent organs, Captain Okonkwo turned to her team. "Well," she said with a grin, "I guess some things really are universal constants." In that moment, as laughter echoed across realities and beings of all kinds, bonded over a shared joke, the true power of humanity's gift to the universe became clear. It wasn't advanced technology or military might that made humans special. It was their ability to find humor in the absurd, to create connections through shared experiences, and to turn even the most cosmic of events into a reason to come together and celebrate. As the party raged on, blending memes and music from across the multiverse, Earth Cement had its place as the galaxy's hub of entertainment and cultural exchange. The age of cosmic memes had reached its zenith, and humanity, with all its chaotic creativity, was leading the charge into a future filled with laughter, connection, and the occasional interdimensional dance-off. And somewhere, in a corner of the multiverse that defied mapping, Quantum Rick and the Omega meme continued their eternal dance, a testament to the enduring power of a really good joke.